The evil eye. The evil eye. The evil eye. Hi. Thank you for listening to this awkward intro. I must be crazy. I'm uploading videos to YouTube purely and wholeheartedly for the joy. And with a hope. Something will come of this. Fruitless endeavor. That's the thing. When you plant seeds in the ground, they grow and grow and grow until much later they bear fruit. And I want to eat the fruit right now, damn it. So we just have to continue practicing patience, practicing good virtue. So let's talk about these tough times. We got Trump. He's a puppet. For other people to pull the strings. People. People in positions of power. Power the power to influence. The power to spend money. And this country is, on a scale of 1 to 10, a 5. We need more people to find their power. Because the people who are pulling the strings want it's tough to know what they want because they hide. There's a side of me who sympathizes for people. It might be the empathetic person in me who chooses to see the good, to find it, because my philosophy is such. And so I choose to look at the good in Trump. I choose to manifest the good in these people who in my opinion, in my educated opinion, are unfit. They have power. They want power before they are fit to use their power. power they have because people give it to them. It's a nuance. The nuance of politics, the nuance of a civilization. The people give power. Often without realizing it. And so the good I choose to see in Trump's group the benefit of the doubt that I give them is the same that I give their supporters. A lack of awareness. A lack of experiences. I am staring into a camera. Uploading to a channel of 42 subscribers. Hopefully 43. I'm still waiting on the 43rd subscriber. And so I'm taking the small steps to realize my own power. And once I realize my power, we can start to change the dynamic. We can always use smart, considerate, brave people in the fight. We fight for life. Personally, my philosophy is to see the good in people. And I've been like this since a kid, as a child. And so, as a child, I thought people deserve their power. I went to school. I got good grades. I studied hard. I socialized with people. I got to hear people's stories. I was interested. And those traits have only grown stronger. I'm more thirsty for people's stories. What I realize now, compared to when I was a kid, is just how great of a challenge life is. I'm more aware now. And with greater awareness comes a greater responsibility. And I am careful with my responsibility. Because when I look at the other side of the table, when it comes to power, the power struggle, and I look at them through my lens, my philosophical lens, I see their awareness and the way they choose to go about it. It's basic. Like Vance, for example. I believe he has this awareness. How is he going about it? You look at Marjorie Taylor Greene. They are aware of people's suffering. I hope. And the way they choose to go about it, it's short-sighted. And these people get into power. We all know how they get into power, right? The people elect them, assuming a fair and honest system, which is kind of a long shot at this point. People who are coming into their awareness want it as quick as possible because it's the easiest thing to do. We're almost electricity. We want the path of least resistance. And I'm speaking go for the challenge. We're human. The electricity we have is in our brain. Everything else is multicellular. We challenge to us is water to the fish. And as a progressive, We need a revolution in this country. A revolution philosophically, a philosophical revolution. When it comes to life, embrace the challenge. There's a lot of reform that needs to happen. And I can understand. I'm speaking to certain types of people now. I was speaking to a general audience in the first 16 minutes. To you, person, embrace the challenge of accepting responsibility. Because for people like me, we really we're smart and compassionate. And it's a beautiful thing to combine those two things. Intelligence and compassion. I think a lot of the problems in the world arise from people who are intelligent and apathetic. People who have intelligence and use it for selfish gain. They, I mean, listen, we've, as a country, Kamala Harris, like, she said it perfectly. Her campaign, the true message of her campaign, build people up. And her critique of Trump's administration, they stand on people's backs to lift themselves. Because it's easy. That's the kind of person they are. Grab them by the because he can. People like us need to accept the responsibility. It's a challenge worth embracing. Did you like that little jump cut? So, what were we talking about? What were we talking about? I want to shout out that movie Elio. You know how long it's been since Pixar made a good movie? Stereo. Um, Shout outs to learning. Shout outs to growing. And shout outs to feeling embraced by a community. Because I'll tell you what, there really ain't nothing like it. Through the course of human stuff, we find ourselves locked and intertwined. And it's a beautiful thing, really, to be one with nature, to understand ourselves. As children, the world is open. We are unscarred, unscathed. We start to develop our preconceived notions. And then we start to wonder, what could life teach us? What can we offer and contribute to society? And society will let you know. It is up to us to listen. And then when you choose to go against society, well, then you've made a choice. You've chosen a philosophy. So find other people who share your philosophy. And be cautious. I would say be cautious. Because certain people in this world are very good about hiding their intentions. And when they hide, they feel and their feelings make them human. I think it is also important to understand ourselves as people. It's human to feel and to feel so much. We feel sad. We feel happy. we feel empowered. We feel helpless. And then there are aliens among us who can feel these feelings rapidly, and sometimes all at once. Stelio, Stelio Cantos. That little moment of silence was for people in the world who share a sense of powerlessness, when really their power is yet to be discovered. Discover your power. And then live with your responsibility. The responsibility of power. The responsibility of understanding who you are as a person. Take your understanding of yourself into the world. And get a reaction. A human to human interaction. For all kinds of people. Because we deserve that much. We deserve to be listened to. Well, I'm speaking mainly for myself with that one. We need people in power. who are kind. And the thing about kindness, it's not seen as strong. Human empathy and compassion are perceived as weakness. Imagine, in the midst of despair, the strength of a person to be able to convert such negativity into moments of compassion and caring, to be able to step outside of our own insecurity and uplift another. It takes an alien amount of strength to do. And when you find someone who can do that, well, you deserve to be in their space, in their circle. Because you can grow. You can benefit. In whatever way it means for you. Financially, yes. Spiritually, yes. I've had a pretty rough 7 years. And things are better. As humans, we are better. I wonder if I'll ever have a relationship with my sister, my mother and father, in the way that I would want. I want the best relationship. And maybe I'll have that one day. In the form I least expect. Suffering. I've done plenty of suffering. And so I want to give living a try. A chance. What does living have to offer me? What could it offer me? Because I'm a nice person. In therapy, there's been a lot of talk about me, about the kind of person I want to be. What kind of person could I be? And how much of me is going to show. Because I can let myself shine. It'll just take a little while. It would be worth it. It would. And how great it could be. How great it will be. I'm getting there. And I'm finding me. I'm finding my life. I'm finding myself outside of myself. As I clean my little paintbrush here, there's so much in the world. science. I was watching this documentary about early humans and one about dinosaurs, and it put me in a space, in a head space. I also saw a documentary about space, so Oi. Break yourself, fool. It's my little sonic gun. Uh, it is crazy. So so I'm talking to people again. I kind of stopped talking to people for a while. And people are afraid. People want better lives. People, I wish I could give them access to their inner power. Because I think about the kind of world that would be. To have access to yourself and the world around you. To be in that kind of environment of hustlers, movers and shakers, that come, they come in all shapes, sizes, all forms, all manner of people. I mean, think about it. How are we, as a people, supposed to move on? Our fear, our anger is justified. It's easy enough to tell somebody get better. It's easy enough to say, pick yourself up by your bootstraps, Bill. And then completely leave them to drown. To say, hey, I am the Savior. Listen to me. the people who need to check themselves, like Trump, I ask myself, when will they? I mean, Trump's definitely going to jail after his presidency. There's way too many lawsuits pending. I mean, he's 100% going to jail. Just think about it. You got Gavin Newsom. They got lawsuits on him. You got like 15, 18 other states that got lawsuits on this guy. He's 100% going to jail. Now, the only question is, when his presidency is up, is there going to be another insurrection? Is there going to be... Are the Proud Boys coming back? Is what I'm asking. Because that's going to be on the top of everybody's mind. And when they do storm the Capitol again, I mean, it's going to be different. There's going to be preparation. We kind of have an idea of what to expect at that point. I remember... So, AOC was talking about that event, and she was talking about how afraid she was, and when she was speaking, she was speaking from a very human place. She talked about how unsure she was of the whole situation. She was concerned for her own safety. And I bring that up to say this. Politicians are people. And as children, we like to, or maybe we get brainwashed, or it doesn't come into our thought process to think that the adults running the things are not as smart as us. Not as brave as us. Through no fault of their own, I suppose. The challenge of life is to find purpose and meaning in it, whatever that means for us. and then to venture forward into life with supreme confidence in ourselves. It's the hardest challenge. It's important to find passion. I think oftentimes as workers, we neglect these integral, necessary aspects of life for the sake of being a worker. When we put these politicians into positions of power, they get that power because, as workers, we relinquish our power. We're all born with power, the power to live. And then we get stuck. So the challenge then becomes deprogramming our thought processes, changing our conceived notions of what it means to live a life. And then maybe we realize we're more than just a worker. We're artists. We're incredible. And maybe even unstoppable. And maybe we're worth something more. Maybe we're worth a dedication to our life, a commitment to ourselves. We just need to be brave. We just conquer our fear. And then we see the world and our entire life changes. We take with us lessons learned and experiences gained, and then transition into the next phase of this beautiful life. And it's amazing. It's miraculous, awe-inspiring. It's life. It's a life. Life is the great equalizer. We must live it. We must live life. And hope. Because hope will get us through. Hope helps push us past challenges. We can grow and learn. Using hope to guide us. Because hope will guide us. Through the tough times. Through the tears. Through the lows, the highs. Hope is a warm blanket. Woo! I've been going for an hour, haven't I? Jesus. Jesus. This guy can talk. This guy is out of his mind. And I have great intentions. Shoutouts to my former manager at Starbucks who apparently believes intention doesn't matter. Shoutouts to my works of art hanging in the background here. And shoutouts to me working on new stuff. Over here as we speak, or as I speak. So Ismael, remember, believe in yourself, believe in your gifts, your abilities, believe in your life, and you can make some great things happen. And you will. You absolutely will. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, dee dee. Yeah, dee dee. Mm. Ah. E. Yoko no. E. Yeah. E. Yo. Oh. Oh. All right, all right. I know, I know. There'll be more videos to be had. Don't you worry your pretty little face about it. Shout outs to my art. And shout outs to Desbloqueando. All right, peace.